Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, there's a lot of news stories happening right now, and they've kind of crowded out the stories about cars being recalled. Remember those? It's not just Toyotas being recalled now, so pay attention to any warning signs and to any announcements that come out. Well, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is ritual. This, of course, is any kind of activity that you repeat. There is also a lot of ritual in the news, and if it's not done right, it can cause problems. For instance, today's proper way to make a public confession or apology is to do it on a TV show like Oprah, Larry King, Nightline, or if it's convenient and you have your own show, do it there. But oh no, not Tiger Woods. He had to do it his way and be on all the channels, interrupted all the shows, and it seriously screwed up the sleeping schedule of the evening news anchors who had to show up in the morning just to prove to you how important this is, and they are. Now, another news story that got the ritual wrong was that guy who flew his plane into the IRS building in Texas. If his suicide note had just followed the rules and railed only against the IRS, then the news stations and talk radio could have condemned him or sympathized with him for days. But no, he had to go start attacking George Bush in his long, rambling note. And if you're not purely left or right extreme enough, the media has no use for you. Sorry. Now, last week there was a news that did go the usual way. The Dalai Lama, a very famous religious leader, visited President Obama in the White House. Now, the leaders in China don't like the Dalai Lama because he never shops at Walmart. So every time he comes to Washington, they complain. Americans who don't like President Obama also complained. They said this just shows again what a terrible president he is, just like George Bush was in 2007 and 2005. Unfortunately, and 2003. Unfortunately, the dog seems to have chewed up those complaints. We can't find any. And now it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from a pair, Joseph and Betty in Kunkletown, Pennsylvania. Hi. And they write, Dear Uncle Jay, we never heard of Alexander Haig until the other day when he died. Why do they bother to report about people who've been out of the news for so long? Who cares? Thanks, Joseph and Betty. Well, older people care because it gives them a chance to say things like, wow, that brings back memories, or, gee, I thought he was already dead. Don't forget, you can see more at www.UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.